Hi guys, how are you? And today I am going to discuss about the characteristics of the unit cell. Let's write. Its first characteristics is its dimensions along the three edges, which are A, B, C. These edges may or may not be perpendicular to each other. And its second characteristics is angle between the edges, that is alpha. Angle between B and C, beta. Angle between A and C, and gamma is the angle between A and B. So these six parameters characterize a unit cell. So let's draw the figure of unit cell. This is Z axis. So this is called a unit cell. This is the edge A, this is B, and this is C. The angle between C and B, the angle between B and C, the angle between B and C is alpha. So the angle between B and C is alpha, and the angle between A and C is beta. So this is the angle beta, and the angle between A and B is gamma, and this is called gamma. These are the edges along x, y, and z axis, and these are the angles between B and C, C and A and B. So these are called the 6 parameters of an unit cell. Okay, clear all of you? And the repetition of unit cell formed a space lattice. ତାହେଲେ repetition of unit cell ଯଦି ଆ ଉପରେ ଆମେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ unit cell କୁ draw କରିବା ତାହେଲେ ସିଏ ଯୋଉଟା produce କରିବ ତାକୁ ଆମେ କ'ଣ କହିବା ନା ଗୋଟେ space lattice କହିବା ତାକୁ ଆମେ କ'ଣ କହିବା ନା ଗୋଟେ space lattice କହିବା. And next unit cell can be divided into two categories. First one is primitive unit cell. Second one is non-primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell is otherwise known as simple unit cell. So first one is primitive unit cell. So first one is so what is a primitive unit cell? ନା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍ଟେ ନେଉଛେ ସେ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍ରେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଥିବ ନା ପାର୍ଟିକିଲ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ା କ'ଣ ହେଇଥିବେ ନା ଯେଉଁ 8ଟା ଯାକ କର୍ଣ୍ଣର ଅଛି ସେ 8 କର୍ଣ୍ଣରରେ କ'ଣ ଥିବେ ନା ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ ଥିବେ. So this is called primitive unit cell, and its definition is the unit cell in which the constituent particles are present at the corners is called as primitive unit cell. ତାହେଲେ ଯେଉଁ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍ର କର୍ଣ୍ଣରରେ ଏଭ୍ରି କର୍ଣ୍ଣରରେ ପାର୍ଟିକଲ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ରହିବେ ତାକୁ ଆମେ କ'ଣ କହିବା ସେଇ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍କୁ ଆମେ କ'ଣ କହିବା ନା ପ୍ରିମିଟିଭ୍ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍ କହିବା. ଓକେ, ତାକୁ ଆମେ କ'ଣ କହିବା ନା ପ୍ରିମିଟିଭ୍ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍. And the next one is non-primitive unit cell. তাহলে non-primitive unit cell are of 3 types. First one is face centered cubic crystal, which is otherwise known as FCC, and the next one is body centered cubic crystal, that is BCC, and the third one is end centered ECC. তাহলে আমি ସିମ୍ପଲରେ ଜାଣିଲେ କ'ଣ ନା ସିମ୍ପଲ କ୍ୟୁବିକ୍ କ୍ରିଷ୍ଟାଲ ସିଷ୍ଟମରେ କ'ଣ ଅଛି ନା ଆମର ପାର୍ଟିକଲ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ କ'ଣ ଅଛନ୍ତି ନା ଗୋଟେ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍ର 8ଟା ଯାକ କର୍ଣ୍ଣରରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି. ତାହେଲେ ଏବେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା କ'ଣ ନା ଫେସ୍ ସେଣ୍ଟର୍ଡ କ୍ୟୁବିକ୍ କ୍ରିଷ୍ଟାଲ. ତାହେଲେ ଫେସ୍ ସେଣ୍ଟର୍ଡ କ୍ୟୁବିକ୍ କ୍ରିଷ୍ଟାଲ କ'ଣ ବା ଫେସ୍ ସେଣ୍ଟର୍ଡ ୟୁନିଟ୍ ସେଲ୍ କ'ଣ ଆମର ନା ଯଦି आम गोटे यूनिट सेल टाको ड्र करवा सेठी कौन हो ना पार्टिकल गुड़ी को आमर थे कौटी 8 corners of the unit cell as well as the 6 faces of the unit cell. Here is the one face, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, this is the fifth, and this is the sixth. So its definition is the unit cell in which the particles are present both in corners as well as the center of the 6 faces of the unit cell is called as FCC. ताले पार्टिकल गुडी को 8टांग कॉर्नर रे थिबे आ गुडी थिबे ना 6 फेसेस रे थिबे ना कहारो ना गुडी यूनिट सेल ताको हम कोन कहबा ना फेस सेंटर्ड क्यूबिक क्रिस्टल. Clear all of you? And next one is this is called FCC and next one is BCC. BCC means body centered cubic crystal. In this unit cell the particles are present at the 8 corners as well as the center of the unit cell, which is called as body centered cubic crystal, The unit cell in which the particles are present both in corners as well as the center of the body is called as BCC or body centered cubic crystal. तार पार्टिकल गुडी कोडी थिबे ना 8 corners रे थिबे गोटे यूनिट सेल रो आ कोडी थिबे ना at the center of the body of the unit cell. ताको हम कोन कहबा ना body centered cubic crystal. ताको हम कोन कहबा ना BCC or body centered cubic crystal. And next one is ECC. ECC कौन से यूनिट सेल को हम ड्रॉ करिबा से गोटे यूनिट सेल को ड्रॉ करिबा ताले एठी कोडी थिबे ना द यूनिट सेल इन व्हिच द पार्टिकल्स आर प्रेजेंट both in corners as well as the center of the two opposite faces is called as ECC. तार एठी कोन थिबे ना 8 कॉर्नर रे थिबे ता सहित कोडी थिबे ना जे कोनोसी दीटा ऑपोजिट फेसेस रे समान थिबे आइदर समान एठी थिबे आइदर हम ड्रॉ कर परिबा एटी शो कले सुविधा हबो टिके हम क्लियरली एटा विजिबल हो ताले ECC कोन एंड सेंटर्ड क्यूबिक क्रिस्टल कोन ना the unit cell in which the particles are present both in corners as well as the center of the two opposite faces is called as ECC. And this is called ECC. Okay. ना 8टा कॉर्नर रे थिबे ता सहित कोन थिबे ना जे कोनसी दीटा ऑपोजिट फेस रे समान थिबे ताको हम कोन कहबा ना एंड सेंटर्ड क्यूबिक क्रिस्टल. Okay, thank you.